Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
By the exhaust that we're going to see on the Braum, like you were talking about. It doesn't affect her as much as it affects some of the other champions we're talking about, but it still does affect her. It stops her from closing the gap. Prevents her from getting away oftentimes. Right now, he's going to come back for a second pass here as the wave crashes in.
Yeah, and he's making this very obvious. Hoya is just going to get stunned against the wall, and he knows he's absolutely dead. The Ignite is ticking down, and the last tick will actually get the follow-up kill onto Kana.
That's some mobility for both of these guys, as Umpty's going to come up here and help crash this wave in. Kana, no flash, as you mentioned.
Delight here as well. Faker has TP. Just kind of holding on to it for now. The TP used here by Lava, they're really just trying to zone them totally off of this turret, and they will be successful.
I mean, it's going to cost Kana a lot of CS, and they're going to go in. The Delight's here.
Yeah, they're actually going in, which is kind of questionable, as everybody on the side of T1 is very prepared for this play, but now trying to get back on top of Owner. There's the trade as they get the Rakan. Lava will go down, and now, with the Viego kind of going nuts, he's going to land that follow-up stun, as Umpty is desperately trying to get something done here. And the Gwen is quite annoying, but as long as you just kite them out, I think T1 eventually will win this trade as Faker's looking for the kill over the wall. One last auto will get it done as now they're getting on top of Umpty, and they will eventually finish them off.
I mean, the problem is that you're doing this against Viego, whose kit is designed, so it doesn't matter.
And meanwhile, we have Faker dying. Down he goes. As we were living in replay land there for...
He is going to get out quickly enough. Or I say that!
Flash comes in and Faker's just dead. Lava knowing the cooldowns, and he's like, no, you're just going to go down. But Owner here, he's got that Subjugate down onto the Renekton, and Umpty's like, well, I'll just try to kite you out here and see how it goes. The sleep will come down. Throws down
Angry Bee!
And can he get the kill?
Yeah, I think so.
One more Q will do it. He flashes away. Perfectly executed by Umpty.
Oh, gets out just before.
As with no support down in the bottom lane, Henna is just a sitting duck. This is one way you can use the exhaust aggressively, as Gumayusi is tanking up a lot of the damage of the turret. And the Moonlight Vigil is going to miss as well, but the turret will get the job done. Not the blue one, but the
Aphelios turret.
The Aphelios.
Is he going to get a double kill?
Meanwhile, we're diving mid, and it's a Renekton as Delight is here in the Tarm, and the knockup will be enough. Delight gets there on time, and even the dive
might just be a dead turret as a result. So
yeah,
it's a trade for the plates on the top side, but this is much more valuable. 450 here, coming in with the first brick.
Can you get that first turret?
Get another turret here on the bottom side of the map, and we had T1 with huge advantages last game, showcase what they can do, you know, in terms of their macro, but it's not looking the same this time around.
Yeah, things are actually pretty good for them. They got the pillar to zone them away. Delight is looking for a potential engage here as the turret shot hits Gumayusi.
Umpty's here.
Now the bowling ball is going to be dodged by everybody. As here we go, the Rakan comes in, and the Renekton flank is gigantic. Look at Gumayusi's all alone. And down will go the Braum as well, carrying no hope for him. And that's a nice capitalized.
That extra advantage he has to just bully the entirety of T1 across the map. Looks like another turret goes down here for Fredit BRION. We know how good Fredit BRION are when they're ahead at taking objective after objective. You know, focus on the Drake, but also Rift Heralds, turrets.
All game, it's like, yeah, I mean, we're kind of bleeding in mid and bot, but how about we get top tier 2? You know, it's like, this is what they're trying to do here, and I suppose they will pick up this turret.
Yeah, this ends up being one of the better trades for T1 because they are going to be able to get that turret on the top side. LeBlanc is the most quintessential part of this composition for T1. If she can do a ton of poke, then Viego gets resets, right?
Oh, the stun. Max range comes in, and we got Owner coming in. They didn't even need the Trundle. What did he even do? He put a pillar down, I guess.
I'm just here to kill the turret.
And he's pretty good at doing that. And T1, they're just like, well, you're pretty strong. We're just not going to fight you. Let's play around Kana. He's a pretty nice poke, and he's going to be good at that. But if T1 can dive in, as they would like to, they can get a lot of value out of this Aphelios, as the Moonlight Vigil this time goes incredibly wide. Keria left out by himself as they're desperately trying to chase into him. He'll just go for the stopwatch and say, well, you can take me, but don't take my friends.
He's going to clear, now they're going to clear this vision, and taking the Baron here I think is realistic for Fredit BRION. Faker got caught by that sleep, couldn't actually get involved in the fight. He's just going to bounce over the wall here, but you know, he can't make a huge impact. Kana's on the flank. there's just no real consistent damage here.
I think they're considering taking the 5v4. The turn comes in, they blow up Owner immediately, and that's the jungle. They keep the Baron leased, importantly. Faker and Kana are threatening, but this is 3v5, and this isn't like yesterday.
No.
Like the matchup we had between Genji and I forget who it was in that second matchup.
KT.
Where you're just so far ahead where it's like, yeah, we're just going to 3v5 you now.
This is
not quite
this is not very, very badly.
Okay, well, again, this is their win condition. Can Kana just essentially 1v1 over and over again?
Stopwatch value.
Doesn't matter. Viego is Viego. And he comes in, picks up the kill. He's not going to stick around. That's been a thorn, again, in the side. This has been Kana's role in both games. Unfortunately, this time around, Fredit BRION in a much try to stay alive for as long as possible. But now, T1, they're really just, they're going all in on this strategy, right? Faker's down here on the bottom side, Kana split pushing, and they're just going to say, we're going to 2v1 you now. And maybe with the, and even dives here. This is like a dangerous spot we've seen so far where teams get picked off here in between these two turrets. But T1 Bro are going to try to buy some time. You can see T1, they're like, nope, we got to start this right away. Try to get in there. There's the bowling ball. Carrier's got the wall up already. As in goes Kana, nice little angle. They're going to be able to dodge the CC, and there's the steal. Owner gets in, and now he has to flash away. That is a massive steal, but can they get out of this alive is the question. Owner goes down, and everybody else is on the run. Bro are not going to be able to get anybody else, only the jungler.
And this was actually miraculous for T1 because they are not able to set up for the fight. Faker's not able to do any poke. Okay, this is kind of a bit too much.
Oh boy, they're sticking around. Gumayusi flashes, and there's the charm, and he is dead. He's going to try to trade it back, and you see Faker, they're trying to get scrappy here. But it is difficult once again.
They want to use the power of Viego, but if you don't get a kill, it doesn't matter. He's not going to get those resets.
Yeah, and they're just trying to run Fredit BRION around the map here, try to stop the push from going down, and they're doing a decent job of it, but people are going down one by one. Faker now trying to help out, trying to get the kill at the lava, but he will not be able to, and down they both go. And now Fredit BRION, they're looking for the push to end.
They're looking for the push to end. Worst case scenario, they get the Baron, but I think they've got plenty enough with those increased death timers now. Faker up, down for 40 more seconds here. What a way to lose a game here for T1. Extreme greed, hoping that a reset for the Viego is going to turn this skirmish for them. I think they should have been more happy to take the Drake and walk away with only losing the Trundle. They look for more, cost them the game.
Well, let's see, we got the Aphelios up here. We're looking to try to hang on to these turrets, but again, the Rakan, it's too reliable. They get into that back line under the turrets, and it will be too much. Fredit BRION will force a game number 3 between them and T1, as they are able to get a much